All right, welcome back, guys. You are now live with King MattTheGod. We got some crazy news today. Hopefully, you can find something good for us to feel good about. But stay tuned. We're going to lock in.
The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Damn. I'm choking on choking on that new Ebola. Choking on that new Ebola pack. Damn. Yeah, I've been like choked on air. Nah, actually I just drank some juice, but jeez. Smoking that visible gas, air gas. All right, we back with another one. We'll be back with today. Off work. I want to start doing more like blanket videos because like it be so much going on that I'll be like, bro, I just need a blanket fucking news streams and just cover like 10 topics because it be so many topics that it's almost be like, what the fuck is going on? So I got a couple I want to go over today. Looks like I'm, from what I've suspected it all along, like, yo, the Pope is fucking dead. You know how they be like, motherfucker's sick, he's in a coma, he's recovering. And every time the news start releasing information of someone that passed like that, 9 times out of 10, they already dead. So we're going to go into that. We got another one, Gene Hackman dead. And his wife. And his dog. Like, goddamn. We already know it's gonna be some foul play behind that. They just said that they passed away, so you already know how white Hollywood tries to do. They want to cover the shit up. Like, just say he fucking deleted his wife, his dog, and himself. Like, it is what it is. It's tragic, but you already know the Hollywood studios is probably trying to cover it up so they can try to protect the royalties from any movies that he's in, because it's a bad stain on the movies if he deleted his whole family and shit. But I want to talk about Jasmine Crockett, fucking Crockett shit. I was going to do a whole video on it, but I'll just do a little bit. That little fucking creepy troll goblin Greta of the left wing, she got arrested running around in Europe protesting. They don't know how to act. And finally, we're going to cover a little bit of the Epstein list. I'm going to hold off. We're going to keep checking in the news because it was supposedly released today, the Epstein list. But it might be some touchy names on it, so who knows what's going on behind the scenes. They might be trying to stop Pam Bondi from releasing this stuff. Supposedly, she already looked at it and she's disgusted. So it's so much behind that. It's dangerous, and let's see if we can pull up here. I basically saved a whole bunch of this shit. What's current right now? Let's go right into it. Supposedly a gunman takes hostage at U.S. hospital. Let's see what the fuck is going on here.
Zip ties. Holding her at gunpoint, coming out into the hallway, the officers, left with no recourse, did open fire and did shoot and kill Diogenes Archangel Ortiz. During the course of the armed confrontation that was caused by Mr. Archangel Ortiz, there were 3 officers who were struck.
Oh, shit.
An officer from...
I thought they damn near just said AOC, like Angela or whatever, Cortez. I was about to say, oh, wow. Like, as much as we don't like some of these fucking creepy-ass Democrats and left wings, these motherfucking pussies, we still don't want nothing crazy happen like that. So I hope that ain't what he said.
loss to our community.
Trauma that the healthcare workers here today had to deal with is not something that goes away overnight. Every day when you put on your white coat or your uniform of service to others here in this wonderful hospital or any hospital across Pennsylvania, you are performing that function because you care about your neighbors and you want to make sure that they are healthy and safe. Something like this should never, ever happen in your place of work. And we'll continue to work with you, our state and local leaders, to make sure that you have the resources and the services you need to be able to perform your functions. I've spoken to Leslie Davis, the CEO of UPMC, and I know that the hospital and the health system will provide whatever resources that you need in order to make sure you are able to heal. It is, for me, another painful reminder of how tragedy can come to a community in a split second. But it is also an uplifting reminder of how neighbors in this great Commonwealth always reach out to help neighbors, coworkers helping coworkers, and of course, law enforcement being there to ensure the safety and well-being of a community. Tonight, we pray for this community and especially for the Duarte family, a life cut short, but a life of service and meaning and purpose. And I offer my blessings and that of my wife, Lori, our First Lady, our family, and the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We pray for strength for this community. We pray for healing for this community. And we pray for the family of Officer Duarte.
The fuck is going on? Crazy how you see in the comments, motherfuckers in the chat comments talking about something. It's Trump fault. Like, bro, like Trump derangement central. What the fuck is that place? That shit look like it's in a fucking wasteland. That hospital looks secluded from nowhere. Closed off from civilization. What's UPMC?
From between 10:35 a.m., approximately that time, and 11:13 a.m., an incident occurred here at UPMC Memorial Hospital that involved an individual by the name of Diogenes Archangel Ortiz. His date of birth 11/4/75. This individual entered the hospital and he entered carrying with him a bag that did include a handgun and zip ties. That becomes important for what he did later on. He went straight to the ICU, and in the ICU, this individual went and held hostage members of the UPMC staff. In total, he wound up discharging his firearm and struck 3 members of the UPMC staff. One was a doctor who was grazed. The other was a nurse and a custodian who are in stable condition at this time. There was, from our understanding at this time, a 4th individual who fell and did suffer injury, who was part of medical staff due to the fall, but not struck by the discharged firearm. And additionally, there were UPMC officers that responded right away to try to alleviate the harm that occurred. And in fact, This individual, Diogenes Archangel Ortiz, did discharge his firearm at UPMC officers. He did hold individuals hostage, and that led to contacting the authorities and to the response of multiple law enforcement agencies, which include the following: the West York Borough PD, the West Manchester Township PD, and we are located within West Manchester Township Police Department region,
Manchester.
the Northern York County Regional Police Department, Spring-Itsbury Township Police Department, Spring Garden Township Police Department, York City Police Department, Newbury Township Police Department, the Pennsylvania State Police, York County detectives from the District Attorney's Office, the York County Sheriff's Department, and overall the York County Quick Response Team, which is made up of highly trained individuals from throughout this county. Together, they came to go ahead and alleviate the harm of the situation and to go ahead and see if they could mitigate anyone from further suffering any damage from being shot or any other scenario like that. What had occurred then was there was a formation that was formed by law enforcement that was highly professional as they went to go ahead and engage Mr. Archangel Ortiz. What had occurred at that point is when they went to go ahead and breach in formation, the ICU, the individual was holding at gunpoint a member of the UPMC staff and ordered the police to get back to behind the doors. They did, so that as the person being held hostage would not be harmed, and were attempting to try to engage in discussion with Mr. Archangel Ortiz. At that time, they proceeded to go into further formation to work on how they were going to approach the individual. When he came out, Mr. Diogenes Archangel Ortiz came out holding at gunpoint a member of the UPMC staff who was also had her hands tied with the aforementioned zip ties. Holding her at gunpoint, coming out into the hallway, the officers, left with no recourse, did open fire and did shoot and kill Diogenes Archangel Ortiz. During the course of the armed confrontation that was caused by Mr. Archangel Ortiz, there were 3 officers who were struck. An officer from Northern York County Regional Police Department and an officer from Spring-Itsbury Township Police Department were both struck, and they are in stable condition. However, Officer Andrew Duarte from the West York Borough Police Department was fatally struck and killed.
What?
This is a huge loss to our community.
Trauma that the healthcare workers here today had to deal with is not something that goes away overnight. Every day when you put on your white coat or your uniform of service to us,
I don't know. What y'all think about that? That's crazy. So it seems like a hostage ran in, took some hostages inside this hospital. Police and responders got there. It might have killed the guy, but one of the cops was killed also. That's crazy. I'll find out more into the investigation.
services you need to be able to perform your functions. I've spoken to Leslie Davis, the CEO of UPMC, and I know that the hospital and the health system will provide whatever resources that you need in order to make sure you are able to heal. It is, for me, another painful reminder of how tragedy can come to a community in a split second. But it is also an uplifting reminder of how neighbors in this great Commonwealth always reach out to help neighbors, coworkers helping coworkers, and of course, law enforcement being there to ensure the safety and well-being of a community. Tonight, we pray for this community and especially for the Duarte family, a life cut short, but a life of service and meaning and purpose. And I offer my blessings and that of my wife, Lori, our First Lady, our family, and the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania We pray for strength for this community. We pray for healing for this community. And we pray for the family of Officer Duarte.
That's the thing I was thinking about social media. Social media, when something happens, everyone whips out their phone. You get footage right there, and then. We ain't gonna see no footage of what happened. We ain't gonna know what happened, but what they tell us happened. I'm pretty sure it was a bad guy and everything, but into how they handled it, we're not gonna be able to see that either. I don't think any of the hostages were harmed or killed. So, but a police officer, he passed away. I don't know what happened, how they stormed the room. If they have a sniper peeking around a corner, they should have had a sniper peeking around the corner during the negotiations. Then, as soon as negotiations escalated, they took the shot. But I don't know. Let's go into some other stuff. So we see Elon posts here that the Pope. No, Elon didn't post this. I'm so used to Elon posting everything. Kennedy posts this. RFK posts this. He said that the Pope's been dead. Said the Pope's been dead apparently. So let's find out. Let's dig deep. So a lot of times when these people die, they like kind of try to hide it or something. Or at least delay the news to get out, because when you're famous and you pass away, the family and the estate has to get things situated. Maybe because such person as the Pope, if you like him or not, agree with his organizations or not, he's a big person on the planet, so they kind of probably tend to try to get ahead of it a little bit, of the reaction of the people. People might start rioting. Who knows what people going to start doing when you hear news of someone like this? They might start cheering. they might start cheering in the streets. So let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna search for it. See what we find. So, all right, the first post I find, John F. Kennedy says, Pope Francis died yesterday, Tuesday, February 25th, 2025, but the Vatican did not announce it to the public. They will continue to hide his death. On Monday, March 3rd, 2025, they will announce his death. So I guess in a couple of days. I mean, why would he say that? Why would you say that, Elon? I mean, I figured as much. As soon as they say he got sick and hospitalized, I would think they probably wouldn't even report it if he just got sick with like the flu or something, or pneumonia or something. They would just, there's no point even releasing it if he's okay. But the fact that they start slowly releasing information, they got it. They can't just be out of nowhere, just be like, oh, he passed away. So they had to say like, he's not feeling well. Shit. He might have checked out because that fucking Epstein. Yo, a couple people passed away today and last night. Like, just got on up out of here. Like, oh, that list might come out. I'm gonna get on out of here. Like, I'm gonna get on out of here. So I don't know. Let's see. We can keep digging up. I'm changing the different titles of the videos as I'm going along, since it's a live stream. Getting a little practice in while I'm live streaming. All right, let's go. So another person posted, the Pope died yesterday, but the Vatican isn't expected to formally announce it until Monday. Is this going to be coordinated with the release of the Epstein files? Yo, they crazy. Just go ahead and tie it on in. Let's go ahead and tie it all in together. All right. 25th, 2 days ago. So I guess like right around when they start releasing that he was sick with pneumonia or something. I gotta look what they say he was sick. Everybody keep posting the same correlation. The Pope is about to die around the exact same time the Epstein files are released. What a wild time to be alive. Like, motherfucker checked out. Like, oh, hold up. Y'all about to release that list. I'm out of here. like, what the fuck? This is days ago? Like
Sorry, I prayed for Pope Francis. We came here to Rome to be near him. We were hoping to go to the papal audience today, but felt that this was the right place to be instead.
What do you aim for? What do you wait? What do you hope for him?
I hope that he can recover and get better, but if not, that he can feel the love of the Catholic community around the world to guide him through this time.
I'm very indifferent on the Pope, so I'm not even going to my personal feelings or beliefs. I'm gonna just let the stream. Like they was already dropping flowers and visiting memorials like he already passed. Then they're like 5 days ago.
Sorry, I prayed for Pope Francis. We came here to Rome to be near him. We were hoping to go to the papal audience today, but felt that this was the right place to be instead.
What do you aim for? What do you wait? What do you hope for him?
I hope that he can recover and get better, but if not, that he can feel the love of the Catholic community around the world to guide him through this time.
Cause it's like I feel like they released the information to the world, but America didn't get the news yet, or they was censoring us from getting any official news from supposed to be official news sites. That don't look very protective. Like that little car he riding in right now. Like what are sidewalls at? Like I could just hit him up right there. I guess they have it covered on the sides really tight as far as security from even out into the crowd. they just covering the front and the front and the back will probably be hard to spot, I guess. I mean, the cover, I don't know. But yeah, seems like the Vatican is weirdly in America posting news. We only got that he was sick. He was pneumonia or whatever it was. I'm about to look it up what he was sick with for the last 2 weeks or something. And then all of a sudden, but all the reports I'm seeing is they've been said it, like back in the 23rd or 25th that he passed away. That people kind of almost knew on the 19th that he passed away. It's the 27th, and they haven't even said really anything in America, like any official things have said, hey, he was reportedly sick, but we're worried if he's may have passed. We're waiting for official news. They ain't even say nothing. Trump not even saying nothing. Nobody's saying nothing. They're about to take over. You already know how America acting right now. Yeah. We're about to take over the Vatican. Fuck that. So, I don't know, man. And everybody keeps trying to see what the fuck. When was this posted? 14 hours ago. All right, this person said the Pope will be announced dead to distract the Epstein files. Duh. He's currently hospitalized and has pneumonia in both lungs. Makes sense. Well, this 14 hours ago. It seemed like in Europe they already announced that he passed, but in America it's still like confusion. Like, is he? Well, most likely he probably had something to do with them Epstein files, whether he was there or not or whatever going on. Motherfuckers like, oh, time for me to go. Because I don't think they just like, let's hold the information or we off them ourselves, or hold the information until like the Epstein files, we're gonna release the news, right? That's gonna even look suspicious. Like, it ain't gonna do no type of distraction. All it's gonna do is look suspicious. So just release the news officially, like if he did pass, like let everybody have their little crazy reactions and protests, and then we go into the Epstein files because we waiting now. As soon as it get released and I start seeing posts of info and names, I'm definitely gonna switch to the next stream. I find it weird how certain groups just automatically like are supportive of a certain person or mourn his passing. They don't even really know him. They don't even know what they may have not have done, what their organizations have done, but they're just like, so, because I'm definitely sure this is how Europeans is right now. Caucasian European. Okay, oh no, not this. If Pope Francis dies, the Sacred College of Cardinals could elect a new pope that believes in the tenets of Catholicism and unite Catholics around the world instead of the lunacy that's happening today. Not this. Anything but this. I'm trying to find his sarcasm in this. So I guess he's happy the Pope passed. The fuck? Here we go. We about to go into the Pope prophecy post for the next couple of weeks. The Pope passed and the Antichrist and all this weird shit about to pop up. I'm definitely gonna get a copyright strike for this. The fuck? Oh, I knew they was gonna plug a book. They're gonna plug a book in somewhere. There it is. Yeah, order. Today.
Hey everybody, Josh Peck here. Well, we got a lot to talk about. Big, possibly huge prophetic news day. Is it possible, according to the prophecy of the popes, that Pope Francis might not actually be the final pope, but rather the next one will? And how would this work? And what would this mean for the very near future should Pope Francis not survive his recent hospital visit? Well, don't worry if this is all brand new to you, if you've never heard of the prophecy of the popes, or if you don't know anything about this. Don't worry, we're going to break it all down, and it is very prophetically significant. Before we jump in, if you haven't had a chance, if you're viewing this on YouTube or Rumble, make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click the bell to turn on all notifications. I've noticed in my analytics about half of my viewers aren't subscribed. Real quick, chest CAT scan performed on Tuesday uncovered the onset of double pneumonia. So the update noted, quote, polymicrobial infection, which has arisen in the context of bronchiectasis and asthmatic bronchitis and has required the use of corticosteroid and antibiotics, makes the therapeutic treatment more complex, end quote. So on Wednesday night, the Vatican shared a new update on its website reporting that Pope Francis is in stable condition and that blood tests indicate a minor improvement. Although, as we'll see in a minute, that's not as good of news as it sounds initially. But they said, quote, the Holy Father's clinical condition is stationary. The blood tests evaluated by the medical staff show a slight improvement, particularly in the inflammatory indices. After breakfast, the Pope read some newspapers and then went about his work with his closest collaborators. Before lunch, he received the Eucharist. In the afternoon, he received a visit from Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, with whom he spent 20 minutes in private, end quote. But things later seemed to take a turn for the worse. So RadarOnline.com reported that the 88-year-old Pope has allegedly told his aides that he won't survive and is preparing for death as he fights pneumonia in the hospital. Two insiders who spoke with Politico say that the Pope has been deeply upset after being unable to give his customary Sunday Angelus sermon, a responsibility he's almost never skipped during his time as pontiff. Politico stated, quote, on February 6th, before he was hospitalized, he extended the term of the Italian Cardinal Giovanni Battista Re as Dean of the College of Cardinals, a role that will oversee some preparations for a potential conclave, the secretive gathering that determines the selection of a new pope. The move, which controversially sidestepped a scheduled vote on the next dean by top cardinals, was intended to ensure that the process plays out according to Francis's wishes, the people said. Ray, a long-time Vatican operator, is too old to participate in the conclave himself. Nevertheless, he will be a pivotal figure in the behind-closed-doors discussions that often take place before the conclave. That Francis selected him as dean instead of a younger candidate suggests he wanted to keep a friendly face in the role who would defend his legacy, said one of the people. On Saturday, the pontiff also sped up his unprecedented reformist move to appoint a nun, Sister Raffaella Petrini, as the next and first woman governor of Vatican City, announcing that Petrini's term would begin on March 1st. That date was earlier than some expected and triggered unease about his health among allies, according to one high-ranking church official. However, it might also have been a coincidence. The current governor, Cardinal Fernando Vergés Alzaga, will turn 80 that day, making the 112th pope, known as Peter, survive. Where does that lead us with the prophecy of the popes? Well, for anybody who's not familiar with it, the prophecy of the popes is an almost 900-year-old collection of 112 brief, mysterious Latin phrases that supposedly forecast the sequence of Catholic popes, beginning with Celestine II, and concluding with the 112th pope, known as Peter the Roman. Now, apparently, it's been completely accurate so far. And according to the prophecy, this final pope's reign is said to lead up to the destruction of Rome. Pope Benedict, who passed away not long ago, was number 111 on this list. And that leaves Pope Francis, if his election was legitimate. And I'll get into why I say that shortly. But that would leave Pope Francis as number 112, the last in the lineup. Again, if his election was legitimate. Now, a lot of this stuff comes from the great work of Tom Horn with Petrus Romanus that he co-authored with Chris Putnam. And I really wanted to cover this because Tom's not here to be able to cover it himself. He passed away shortly. Chris Putnam isn't here either. He passed away a few.
Know what I was thinking is, how come when they be like, when Trump be trolling them, when he be saying, yeah, king, yep, king of America, like insinuating certain shit, because he knows it's gonna make the crazies crazy. So how come it's such a big problem with that? But the Pope here, when the Pope gets elected or succeeds the previous one, they just go on like a 10-year, 15-year run. Like, I gotta look up the average, because I know there's one that they're talking about now. He had to been in there at least 6, 7 years already. So like, why is it such a like? Well, I guess he's not like the president of that area, but of Rome and all that. But he certainly has a super amount of power, and it's supposed to be religion and separation of church and state, maybe overseas. But I just wondered, like, y'all about to like cry and roll all over into the fucking sewer and the gutter out, and they're gonna be rolling and crawling and protesting for the next week or two. Sad that he passed. And do y'all even know the person, or is it just a symbol? He's just a symbol of your religious hysteria.
Years ago, and I've co-authored stuff with Tom Horn as well, most notably Apollyon Abaddon Ascending, excuse me, which I do not believe is in print anymore. But regardless, I wanted to cover this. Tom was a really good friend of mine, and he was absolutely brilliant. We were really close, and so, you know, since he's not here, I figured I'd cover it. So this is so I just wanted to give credit where credit's due. Tom Horn is the one that really pioneered all of this research. But here's the line in the prophecy of the popes that's assigned to the 112th, the last pope. It says, quote, "In the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church, there will sit Peter the Roman, who will pasture his sheep in many tribulations. And when these things are finished, the city of 7 hills, i.e. Rome, will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge his people, the end." End quote. So some Catholics believe that the final pope on the person that did this did this whole prophecy was named Saint Malachy. But again, so far as it seems, every single one has been accurate. Every single one of these little lines about each pope. But some Catholics believe that the final pope on Saint Malachy's list signals the start of a great apostasy and a subsequent great tribulation, paving the way for apocalyptic events. And that's a view that plenty of non-Catholics might follow along with as well. You know, I'm a Protestant, but I pay attention to this stuff. If it's true, then we want to know it. You know, no one gets into full-time ministry to make money. At least
Niggas switch shirts on.
No one should.
Probably a commercial. We'll come back to this. All right, so I found the article. It might be some bullshit, so bear with me. That's from Smooth Sport. Smooth Sport. Might be some bullshit. All right, it says on this article, when was this posted? The 24th. Today is the 27th. What's it say? Pope Francis passes away at 87, a deep loss for the Catholic Church and the world. Probably don't even want to shake his hand. The Pope don't want to shake his hand like, good dog, my friend. All right, let's go. All right, said Pope Francis, the 266th pontiff of the Roman Catholic Church, has passed away at the age of 87. The Vatican confirmed the news earlier today, marking the end of an era for the global Catholic community and the world at large. His death comes after a period of health challenges that have raised concerns about his ability to continue leading the church. Leading what church? Sorry, I'm not a worshiper of men. All right. Born Jorge Mario Bergoglio in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Pope Francis was elected as the head of the Catholic Church in 2013. See? And then 12 years ago. 12, how many years? 14 years ago? That's what I'm saying. How many years? God damn. A long time to just be like, I guess, ruling something? I don't know. What does he rule? What does the Pope rule over? Control.
Be the Masonic super force that he cautioned against, played a role in his sudden and, to some, suspicious death in 1999. So could he have been silenced by those he accused of manipulating the Vatican to usher in?
All right, let's see if we can find something else. I don't think it's going to be that much. Who the hell are the Rangers? Said the Pope Francis died, the Rangers survived. I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Motherfucker casting spells like a motherfucker right there. Like, and they get dipped out like them Epstein files is coming. I'm out of here. Gotta go. It's like got to go, my boy. You're like, y'all thought y'all had me. I gotta get out of here. Well, they're not gonna have too much showing too much. Probably just gonna be all memes. I can't tell if some of these memes are for the Pope passing or against the Pope passing, or like, you know what I mean? They clowning it or they sad. I don't even know. Like, look at God. Like, let me stop. Look at God. Look at it. He's saying February 22nd. That's why I say it's like we may get memes and posts on like social media, but the news in America is just either behind on purpose or they ain't behind because they naive or stupid. They just not told to report it yet. But social media gonna report it. This is February 22nd. Somebody posted on February 23rd, praying for the Pope. I would genuinely be so devastated if he dies. I love Pope Francis. Why do you love him? Who do you? I just feel like it's given NPC. Like, I mean, I understand love your religious leaders and things, but has the Pope ever given like some spectacular sermon or speech? Like, he's not exactly like some Black Baptist minister up there huffing and puffing, spitting at bars. Like, so what makes you so upset? This person obviously is probably an NPC because they fucking looking at the default pic. Well, I got a AI generated default pic too, but it's definitely an NPC. Might be even a paid bot or something. I don't know. Because they said, I'd be so devastated if he dies. I love Pope Francis. Like, why? Why do you love him? I mean, I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing. I'm just saying, like the world, people are weird like that. They worship people just for an idea. It was this AI generated. Yo, come on. He knew Trump was coming. He was coming for all of y'all. It's skedaddle. So they're saying they didn't release the Epstein. They slowly trying not release the Epstein list because maybe some people, maybe Trump, maybe himself, or people in his administration might be on that list. I don't know. I doubt Trump is on there, or if he's, because obviously he's seen taking pictures with. So let's go into that topic because I think Pope probably checked out and like we don't really care. I mean, we care, but like we care for human life, but like who you, buddy? Would you shake my hand on camera? Until this motherfucker shakes my black hand on camera. Who you, buddy? I don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here. Shake my black hand, motherfucker. If you can't shake my hand, I don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. He got that bling on his neck. His shit blinging. Shit got that bling. And they got a whole link. Like, bam. This nigga a rapper. This nigga. I would love to Eminem to drop a little album like this. The Pope album. Like, ew. Eminem need to drop that. And do this album cover right here. Rocking the fucking chain and John. That shit probably like $5 million African blood diamond currency. That's fucking 5 million blood diamonds on his neck. All right. I don't know, man. You think he out there? He might be out there. I mean, he might be out there, man. Might be out there. All right, so let's check out some new shit. I want to go into the Epstein. Let's talk about the Epstein list a little bit. Let's talk about it. I don't know, man. They might release it, man. I hope so. I mean, I hope so.
We got to fight because congratulations. If you're in this room right now, you're probably on the FBI list. You're in with me, my father, my family, so you're in with good company. I am on every list except the Epstein list. We haven't heard anything about that one in a while. I'm fine with all the other lists. As long as I'm not on the Epstein list, we're good, right? Speaking of which, how is it that my father can be convicted of 34 crimes, but no one on Epstein's list has even been brought to light? I'm trying to figure out how that's possible, right, but it's almost like they're trying to protect those pedophiles for some reason. I can't imagine why, right? We're not allowed to say they're groomers, but when they act a lot like groomers, sort of tells you everything you need to know, right?
So the way I'll say the way he talking and Trump was obviously green lighting fucking the agencies to go at Cash Patel and everybody to get that release the information. Obviously, they ain't on the list or something because they definitely like saying it with their chest. Like,
surrender. It's not our style, man. We don't. At this point, we got to fight because congratulations. If you're in this room right now, you're probably on the FBI list. You're in with me, my father, my family, so you're in with good company. I am on every list except the Epstein list. We haven't heard anything about that one in a while. I'm fine with all the other lists. As long as I'm not on the Epstein list, we're good, right? Speaking of which, how is it that my father can be convicted of 34 crimes, but no one on Epstein's list has even been brought to light? I'm trying to figure out how that's possible, right, folks? It's almost like they're trying to protect those pedophiles for some reason. I can't imagine why, right? We're not allowed to say they're groomers, but when they act a lot like groomers, sort of tells you everything you need to know, right?
I'm trying to pull up some shit of Pam Bondi. She's definitely been talking a lot. All right, trying to navigate around some commercials real quick. Commercials is definitely fighting right now. Long ass commercial. Commercial like a minute. They keep pausing it. All right. You're playing around with me.
While the UK government can't get access to people's encrypted data, seems like we might get access to Jeffrey Epstein's client list. Here's Trump's Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Have a listen.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
I was briefed on that yesterday. I can't talk about that publicly, but President Trump has given a very strong directive, and that's going to be followed.
Wow. Okay. So
a lot of documents.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So people can expect actual movement on this. It's not just empty promises.
Oh, Donald Trump doesn't make empty promises.
Yeah, right.
I think promises made, promises kept, and that's why we're all there to carry out his directive about making America safe and prosperous.
A lot of people very excited about this list being made public, although when I was 15 years old, there was a TV special beamed right around the world. Al Capone's secret vault was exploded open live on television. 181 stations broadcast it. You know what they found in his vault? Some dirt and some empty whiskey bottles, and that was it. So I don't know. The Epstein thing could be a bust. It could be the most exciting anticlimax you've ever in your life.
Why do you think the bloke just magically died in prison? I don't think it was because he had some empty whiskey bottles and dirt in a vault somewhere. I think the bloke knew a lot, and that's why, of course, they don't want this to come out. I mean, there must be people in the US, actually not just in the US, all over the world tonight. I'm thinking about some people in the UK who we know have been linked to Mr. Epstein, that would be looking for a new set of underwear at the thought that this list will be revealed, because we're talking about people who are associated with Epstein, of course, before he was convicted, but also long after he was convicted. Prince Andrew being one of them, who was seen publicly with him after he was convicted. There is a list as long as your arm, which hopefully we will see, of the people who are associated with a man by going to his private island on his plane where he would entertain them, and the ways he would entertain them, I suppose we may well find out. We certainly know what he was up to on that island with his mate Ghislaine Maxwell. But these are some of the most powerful and richest people in the world. We need to see this list. We want to see this list.
The whole motherfucking world gonna tumble down. The whole world gonna collapse.
He obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? He obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? He obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you?
Released. I want to see Epstein's list. I want to see the list of the sexual misconduct slush fund. You know, members of Congress and senators that taxpayer money was used to pay out their victims. I want to see all the list,
including the Gates report.
If they're going to release one, release them all.
Thank you.
I support all the lists being released. I want to see Epstein's list. I want to see the list of the sexual misconduct slush fund. You know, members of Congress and senators that taxpayer money was used to pay out their victims. I want to see all the list,
including the Gates report.
If they're going to release one, release them all.
Thank you.
I support all the lists being released. I want to see Epstein's list. I want to see the list.
Celebs is the fuck out of here. They gonna post, they gonna tweet. Celebs finding out the Epstein list is dropping tomorrow. That shit almost like a immigration fucking order. Like, get out of the country before that list drop. Don't it seem like they all run to Italy? That might connect with the Pope. Pope was like, I'm out, because we've been harboring all the motherfuckers that run over here. It seems like they keep trying to run to like Italy, I believe. Italy doesn't have any extraditing laws, how you say it, extradition laws for like pedophiles and stuff. Like, they just like, come on here, it's a safe haven. If you're a fucking creep, like. We gotta look that up. What's them safe haven places they be running to? Might be Bali. Russell Simmons took his ass. Russell Simmons was out of here. Was out of here.
Is whatever the teleprompter, whatever's on the teleprompter, she's going to say it.
Yes.
Now she gets stuck if the teleprompter breaks. That happened recently. I think the teleprompter stalled, and she was just like looping for a while, for about a minute. So I think that happened yesterday or something. It was pretty funny to watch. But she'll just say whatever words are on the teleprompter. So, you know, it's really whoever controls the teleprompter is the actual sort of that's who's actually in charge.
And who is that, do you think?
Well, I've tried to pin it down. It's not like any one kind of mastermind. It's not like it seems to be. It's like Kamala's sort of a marionette with, you know, 1,000 puppet masters type of thing. Like not it's or maybe it's somewhere north of 100 is what it seems like.
Yes. I bet you know 80 of them.
I probably know most of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, just by virtue of your job and what you've been doing for the last 30 years, I mean, and I should say, I think you voted for Biden.
I'd like to see a matchup of those, call it the top 100 puppet masters on the Epstein client list.
Do you think there's some overlap?
Strong overlap. Strong overlap.
When are we going to see that list? Do you think?
I don't know. It's mind blowing that they've not tried to prosecute even one, not even the worst offender on the Epstein client list. They have not even tried to prosecute even one. That's insane.
Well, because they have a lot of diabetic grandmothers who were outside the Capitol on January 6th. They're kind of occupied.
Yeah, I mean, they've put like whatever 500 or 600 January 6th protesters in prison, and not one person on the Epstein client list.
Will that ever come out, do you think?
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates.
Yeah.
And I only ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them. Yeah.
Yes. Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Because of the disclosure that would follow?
I think, yeah, I mean, I think he's certainly ideologically not aligned with Trump anyway, but I think he is concerned about the Epstein situation. Like something might actually, the DOJ might actually move forward.
There are a lot of videos, apparently. Those rooms on the island, and I think out in New Mexico, were wired for video.
Right.
And
where's the video? I mean, between Diddy and Epstein, it's good. There's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
So it's sort of like a preemptive moral strike.
Yes.
I mean, as I said, I think those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Is this? Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's easier to live in a society.
Yo, the dude is Tucker Carlson. And he is on point because it's exactly how it is right now. It's like even the crazies know the truth is the truth. Some of the crazies know, but they're still just like mad and weird and mad because they can't be open to their Sodom and Gomorrah ways. Just keep it 100. But most of us, we know too much. And just this presidency just revealed so much in just the first couple of weeks of what's been going on. It's really scary that we're sitting like in the palm of puppet masters. It's like that's what everyone woke up to. And we got to figure out how to get out of it without them totally just pushing the button and just blow the whole game up. Because that's what they're going to do. Instead of letting Trump save the world, instead of letting the majority of American ideology that's righteous save the world, they're going to just blow the whole game up. They just going to push the button. Shit going to blow the fuck up. If they can't win, none of us can win. That's what I'm really scared of. But I don't know, man. Maybe people will change. If I can change, you can change. We all can change. Where the fuck's Sylvester Stallone at on these issues?
Sadly, we don't really know what the people in charge are doing or why they're doing it. But now, thanks, I would say largely to X.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say that.
Yeah.
We do know a lot, not everything, but we know a lot. And I wonder where does that, like, what happens next now that we know all this? The kidnapper's shown us his face. Like, what happens?
Well, I think if Trump wins, we can do some house cleaning and shed light on things. Yeah, all the X platform does is adhere to freedom of speech within the bounds of the law.
Yes.
And if people want to change the laws, they can change the laws. And so, like X in different countries, X does censor in countries where censorship is the law. We don't try to, push American laws in other countries, but we do try to stick to the law in any given country. That's what we're doing. We open source our algorithm. We try to be as transparent as possible. But those who want to push lies obviously hate truth and transparency.
Yes.
Because it shows them to be liars. I mean, you look at that, like how outrageous it was that Kamala in the presidential debate kept pushing the fine people hoax. They know the fine people hoax is false. Trump would never support Nazis, the Nazi rally.
Yeah.
It's absurd. And he explicitly said that.
They got this epic courageous music to this shit. Like, this shit ain't no epic courageous. This is horrible. And I know I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike on that. So I play my own music. Creepy music. Creep. Under arrest. Hung himself, supposedly. The American flag flies. Hoping justice will come to the victims. But they're covering his tracks. Because the tracks lead back to the Democrats. I'm about to spit this shit. They're paying bondage, not playing games. Just coming for the names. Yo, if this shit I hope it get released today. Like, it would kind of probably throw the whole world into a whole storm. So it's like, it's almost like, is the world ready for this type of shit to be released? Especially if it's like undeniable footage or any type of evidence that you participated in some illegal underage or sex trafficking. I mean, sex trafficking, basically they threw a name on, like, damn near a bitch escorts coming. They coming to the party, 10 beautiful women that look like the party look beautiful. They probably might fuck you, like, it depends on what the arrangement is. If they paid off, they there for money, so if they off the hook. Like, that's normal, ingrained in social behavior. But I see it maybe more like you adopted some teenager or something. And like maybe you adopted some teenager and then you groomed them and raised them up, and you having them sleep with like your guests. Yeah, that's out of control right there. But maybe if they flying women in, like, I don't see that as legal. Even if you, see, that's they throwing names like sex trafficking. Oh, you flew in some women from another country to sleep with your guests at this party. That's sex trafficking. Like, that's just being a good host. I don't know. I don't know. What about y'all? But this children underage, things of that nature. You're doing rituals, like orgies on like some unsuspecting person that really ain't down with it. If you're slipping drugs and drinks and all this shit like that, yeah, that's what it's like. That's the problem. Motherfuckers come to a party and drugs all in the drinks and everything, and the food. You eat the food and probably drugs in the food. Like, you ain't getting out of there. So, like, that's what I kind of worry about, like, illegal. But as far as you just flying in beautiful women that want to fuck for $1 million, like, shit. I'm pretty sure the women are not like, no. The women like, yeah, what's the next invite? Like, what's the next invite, baby? But it seems like a little bit more notorious vibe type of sense. Seems like it was a lot of underage girls. So that's the problem. You're going down, buddy. Even in your afterlife, they're gonna hold court for you in hell, buddy. I'm pretty sure he probably like one of the most innocent ones out of the group. He's just the one had the island and was able to arrange it. You already know all the big fish. If this list comes out, are we ready for this list? That's what I'm saying. Like, are people ready for this list? Like, it's gonna shake up everything. It might destroy the music industry, the film industry, the political industry, products, phones, technology, everything you be holding in your hand. Like, damn, this so-and-so company just happened. Like, so, I don't know. All right, let's jump to the next topic. About that little goblin Greta the goblin got arrested. Like, what the fuck been going on in Europe? Like, Europe are out of control. All right, my summary of what I think what's going on in Europe is foreigners coming in, the really crazy left open border policies that's been affecting America, has been affecting Europe too. So they've been letting in a lot of like Arabs and African immigrants. And I don't know the situation if they had a path to citizenship or they just overstorming them countries. But seems like them white Europeans are getting a little payback. Seems a little like payback. Farmers coming back around. Unfortunately, most of these immigrants is, for the most part, them. Arabs are, for the most part, like desert Caucasians, for real, like a little darker. And they've been mixing with the indigenous a little more. So they still retain their melanin. Right, but getting a little thing back. I'll be playing in videos. So I don't know what's been going on. Look like some new shit. They stormed past the protest wall and that girl Greta the Goblin, she's always into some like global warming, conspiracy, fear mongering. I don't know what type of time she on. Why she's so young into all this? Like, that's why people think she's more like a paid, some type of paid troll. Lock her dumbass up. Let's see if we can find her. Turn this video off. Let's see what we can find. I say Greta Thunberg bundled into police van after getting handcuffed and arrested for blocking the entrance to Copenhagen University. So what's wrong with Copenhagen University? And why he looking like this? He's just looking like, it looked like they all got caught off guard by this cameraman. They all giving a look that looked like, motherfucker took a picture of me. They all don't look like they don't want to be in this picture. And he just looking like, what the fuck is wrong with you, girl? I don't know if he looking at her. Girl, go to jail. Who's her parents? She just like running off the fucking leash, like she don't got no parents or nothing. You would think she had parents. They'll be right there like, oh my God, you're arresting my daughter. Like, this girl is just, how old is she? She fuck around be like 30 years old. Real shit. She fuck around be like 30. And like, and we just don't know that she's fucking a vampire. She lives forever. She definitely look like she be looking and acting like she like 30, but she just like stopped growing. Ain't that like a condition like some people have? They stop growing at a certain age, like in their teens. Damn. She got that fuck around and find out face. Fafo. And this dude, here he go again, just peeking out like he a creep. You need to investigate this motherfucker. He always peeking. She fucked around and found out. She fucked around. Oh, yeah, see what happened. No, I need to find something new. It just happened like yesterday. They stormed past some protest like barriers and she was one of them. Fuck is wrong with her? Where's her parents at? And see, this is what started. I was like, let me talk about this. Ain't no sound. So basically, what the fuck? It's the future Terminator. So there's some new technology, I guess, where it rolls around and guns you down. Like, it rolls around and guns you down. Like, so I guess they're gonna be using this for like protests and crowd control. It supposedly shoots tear gas, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be shooting live ammunition, gunning you down. You're gonna be getting gunned down. So I think they're gonna about to start using this just for say what's going on in Europe and UK and stuff, just to test it out. Oh, boy got hit with the net Spider-Man John. Oh, he killed the dog too. We need to have robot wars. And swim too. Oh no. Oh no. Y'all just handing over the keys to fucking Skynet. They need to make a motorcycle out of that, John. Like Gizmo Duck. I need a motorcycle. Look like that. If they make it bigger like a car, but the inside cockpit doesn't spin, it just stays ventricular, whatever they call it. That would be a banging ass car. Ooh. How would you get in that though if that was a car? All right, so they about to deploy this on us, and we were pretty much cooked. So like, just be nice to Terminator, and maybe he won't eliminate us all. I'm trying to find it. Cause look, here we go. Hey yo, the car just backed up. Hold up. Car looked like it backed up. It was almost crushing my. Hey yo, he did that on purpose. That van So supposedly the little Greta the troll was one of these people running in here. Book them. The cops don't got no guns out there either, like, so they just whack the shit out you with sticks. I noticed that, like, it's a lot of stick work out there. Is that what the rappers was imitating when they start calling guns sticks and shit? Like, because Europe, UK, they just pull up with them sticks. Like, if I was a cop, I would just be like, I would just stand back and just look at them, like, because all you're gonna do is run and engage with them, hit them a couple times. They probably hit you back a couple times, and then you back up. Like, I would just be looking at them like, come on, guys, like, we get it. We get it. You feel like being unruly, acting a fucking fool for no fucking reason. Do you? Any of y'all got jobs? Like, how do y'all find time in your week to just like all be coordinated, dressed up in some hazmat suits, just running around acting a fool? Like, like what type of fucking? It's given Hunger Games or something. Like, it's given it's given Squid Games. Like, the fuck is going on here? Like, and they police siren over in the UK is just fucking annoying. Like, what the fuck? Like, like, we get it. If I heard that, I would give up if I was a criminal. Like, god damn, turn that shit off. Like, that shit that shit is fucking terrible. Like, turn that shit off. Give up. I guess it's meant to be annoying like that, right? I feel like the American police sirens, that should encourage you to fucking do great things. Like, encourage you to do a great escape. Like, it's like your theme music. Like, UK fucking police siren is like MK torture. MK ultrasound torture. Like, they just won the Super Bowl. I don't know. Somebody got arrested. I know the cops was mad as shit when they ran through. Look, they just stand there like, these assholes. Cops just standing there like, these dickheads. What the fuck? Like, I was just about to go to lunch, and these fucking assholes just run through. was about to go get me a sauerkraut. What the fuck do they eat over there? Like a burger from Hamburg, like a Schwarzen sausage. And a fucking beer. And these fucking assholes. Just what the fuck? They like, whoa. These niggas running through like they about to get on the fucking roller coaster. Oh my fucking God. Go home. I'll be on the loudspeaker like, go home. Oh, I thought they trampled somebody. I'm about to say, oh shit. That shit looked like a body right there. I'm about to say, oh shit. Like, oh. Like they next level. They just if that was a body right there, that'd have been, oh my God. That'd have been next level. That'd have been the title, like trampled security guard. Like the cameraman probably thought it was a body. That's why he walked up. He's like, oh. He's like, I thought it was a body. Should just pepper sprayed everybody as soon as they ran by. They'd have ran by into a cloud of pepper spray. The fucking police are slacking. I just pepper sprayed the whole crowd coming in. Yo, the fan just tried to hit him. Like, fan, he know he wasn't. This is, you ain't right, bro. Like, come on, like. I know you pissed off like me, like you motherfuckers, but like, come on, like I would probably do the same thing, but I would probably be like, nah, I can't do it. Like mid reverse, I'll probably be like, nah, I can't, I can't run these dudes, I can't hit these dudes, I got chill. You try to give him a little nudge. Security guard not even doing no securing. They doing fucking recording. You like, come on, bro. Like, you ain't like, come on, my guy. These niggas like, I'm going viral. Fuck this fucking $18 an hour shit. Fuck this shit. I don't get paid enough. Cause you don't know who a regular fucking mall cop and who a real cop. They don't carry no guns. Whoever got a stick, huh? Whoever got a stick in their hand, I guess. That shit just like the old-fashioned UK. When they be running around with whistles and shit and a stick. Like, what type of cartoon? They going to jail. They going to jail. This is Europe right now. This is crazy. Like, this is really Europe right now. Why the Europeans so thirsty for this like fist to fist hand combat? Like this brutal sticks and hammers and knives. Like it's just thirsty for it. He just look like he like, oh, fire. Oh, they don't got no guns in Europe. Oh, that's fucked up. I know this gonna copyright strike me. Goddamn. Oh, see. This is what they would do in America. America right now, get too much out of line. They're gonna upgrade the rubber bullets, and then eventually it's gonna be real bullets. Like, hey, yo, it's like revolution over. Yeah. Them motherfuckers like, I'm cool. I was, yeah, that's fucked up. Nah, that's trolling. Fucking barbarians. What? Ah. So you saying there's more right wing people that storm that protest or university? People trying to go to school and y'all just running up in hazmat suits. Like, fuckers, I gotta go to class, brother. Trying to find some more footage on it. They some savages. They acting like this Squid Games. See, this is what I wanted to do next on Jasmine Crockett ass. That's what we gonna switch to, cause Greta, she went to jail. Well, I don't look like. Is this old? Let's see. This 2024. Will she get locked up every year? The fuck? Oops. I was spreading misinformation. I guess she wasn't in the that stampede of people, of Squid Gamers. But she get locked up anyway. I want to do Jasmine Crockett. She a Crockett shit. Let's see if Trump went live yet. Because you might as well just expect it every day. Trump live, like he's live somewhere. Trump is live somewhere. Like, just gotta follow the breadcrumbs.
Necessary, we absolutely backed each other up, and that's. Could you take on Russia by yourselves? Well, all right, one or two more. Yes, ma'am.
In his remarks at the Munich Security Conference, Vice President Vance condemned free speech violations in the UK, particularly. Could you respond? What is your message?
I have an idea. We have the man right here. Come on. Let's go, JD. We're putting you on stage.
Great. Yeah, look, I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension, American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
We discussed AUKUS, though. We've been discussing AUKUS with the Australians and the Brits. Will you be discussing AUKUS with the Prime Minister, sir?
What does that mean?
AUKUS, the Australia-US Defence Alliance.
Yeah, well, we'll be discussing that. We've had another great relationship, and you have too, with Australia. Yeah. We've had a very good relationship with Australia, please.
Mr. President, while we have the Vice President here, are you both disappointed that the AfD didn't come first in the German elections, given your previous support for them?
No, whatever happens with Germany, look, the relationship has been very strong with Germany, but we'll have to see what happens. They have a lot of things going on right now. We'll have to see. No, I'm not disappointed about anything. If anything, you would say that the group that we would be most opposed to lost. But we got along with them also. We have a very good relationship with all groups in Germany.
CEO Eric Prince was on our channel News Nation. He was talking about his proposal to use private forces to assist in deportations. Have you read that proposal, and do you support it?
No, I haven't seen it. I don't think it's necessary. Our people are doing a phenomenal job. I wouldn't be opposed to it necessarily, but I'd go to our military people, and I'd go to Tom Holman and Christie. I'd go to the various and ask. But I don't see it as being. We're doing unbelievably, and getting people out, getting criminals out, people that should have never been here, that the Biden administration with their stupid open border should have never allowed. They came in from prisons and jails and mental institutions, and gang members and drug dealers coming into our country like this. We're getting them out, and we're doing really well. I mean, the level of effectiveness has been incredible. Everybody's talking about it. How about one more?
Mr. President,
Well, no, you've asked.
Mr. President, one on the Middle East.
Go ahead. You look so nice.
Areas specifically of Ukraine that you're talking about in giving back, specifically Crimea. Have you gotten to those details yet on such an agreement?
Well, you mean the areas that were taken?
Yes.
There are a lot of areas that were taken. Yeah, we've talked about it. A lot of the sea line has been taken, and we'll be talking about that, and we're going to see if we can get it back or get a lot of it back for Ukraine, if that's possible. We'll be seeing about that, okay? Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We're headed out.
Thank you.
So moments ago, this was the meeting between President Trump and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. You can also see Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio among the others inside this room right here. This happening moments ago here at the White House, discussing the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia. President Trump stating that he does have confidence that Putin will keep his word in the Ukraine peace talks. And so he was meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer at the White House as Starmer was trying to convince President Trump that a lasting peace in Ukraine will only endure if Kyiv and European leaders are at the table as negotiations move forward with Moscow, saying that he is confident that there will, in fact, be a lasting peace, but that it needs to be historic and that all sides need to agree. Now, Starmer's trip to Washington comes just a few days after French President Emmanuel Macron's own visit, and this does reflect concern by some European countries when it comes to ending the war with Ukraine and continuing to have America as a strong ally with Europe. But we continue to take a look at all of these developments as the United States and Russia are in the very early stages of these peace discussions on how to move forward. The Trump administration held talks last week with Russia without Ukrainian or other European allies represented. And also this week, the U.S. refusing to sign on resolutions at the United Nations that blame Russia for this war, which began 3 years ago when Moscow invaded. So we did want to bring you the very latest from the White House, as just moments ago, President Trump met with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. We did play out all of those remarks for you as we continue to follow all of these developments. We're going to step away for our first 2-minute break of the hour, continuing live coverage after that.
President Trump, can you get a peace deal done in Ukraine? Yes. How confident are you, sir? Mr. Prime Minister, will you get a backstop with you? President Trump, can you get a peace deal done in Ukraine? Yes. How confident are you, sir? Mr. Prime Minister, will you get a backstop with you? President Trump, can you get a peace deal done in Ukraine? Yes. How confident are you, sir? Mr. Prime Minister, will you get a backstop with you? President Trump, can you get a peace deal done in Ukraine? Yes. How confident are you, sir? Mr. Prime Minister, will you get a backstop with you? President Trump, can you get a peace deal done in Ukraine? Yes. How confident are you, sir? Mr. Prime Minister, will you get a backstop with you?
Keir Starmer happening out of New Jersey was a press conference where local officials were talking about and denouncing the recent arrests of several kebab shop owners when it came to ICE. And I did want to play that out for you right now.
Okay, here, Teague.
Okay. My name is Randy Teague, and I am the mayor of Haddon Township, and I'd like to welcome.
There you go.
My name is Randy Teague, and I am the mayor of Haddon Township, and I'd like to welcome everybody here today and thank you all for coming out here as we show our support and give you an idea and of where we stand with the tragedy that's occurred in our town the other day. So we have Mohammed here and Jalal here. And we're here to support also Amina, who unfortunately is not with us here today because she is currently being detained in prison. And we have also brought members of other surrounding communities. We have the mayor of Collingswood, Jamali here. We have the mayor of Haddonfield, Colleen Bezich is here. We have several county commissioners are here, Director Lou Capelli. We have Jeff Nash. We have Ginny Betteridge. There may be some others that I didn't see, but there is a lot of support. We also have a representative from Congressman Norcross's office, and we have 2 representatives from Senator Booker's office. And we are all here to support and to fight for one common goal, to see the release of Amina and see the freedom of the family and get them back to Jersey Kebab, which we all love here in Haddon Township. It's a great restaurant.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox as we take a live look at the White House, where President Trump is currently meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who is trying to convince President Trump that a lasting peace in Ukraine will endure only if Kyiv and European leaders are at the table as negotiations move forward with Moscow. Now, Starmer's trip comes just a few days after French President Emmanuel Macron's own visit, and it reflects a mounting concern felt by many European countries when it comes to President Trump's negotiations with Russia to end the war in Ukraine. We are expecting that President Trump and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer will be speaking momentarily. That is tentatively scheduled to start at around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And as soon as we get a live feed of that press conference, we will bring that to you. I also wanted to turn your attention to this live look right here, as we are expecting a press conference to get underway momentarily in New Jersey, as town officials in Haddon Township are set to denounce the ICE arrests of kebab shop owners. And we do see people are slowly walking up to the podium right there. So we're going to stay on this air. Is that it's
I'll be going there, and we expect there a lot.
And Prime Minister Starmer, we're going to turn to that to listen in.
There a lot, and I'll be going there, and we expect to see each other in the near future. We'll be announcing it, but we're going to be discussing many things today. We'll be discussing Russia-Ukraine. We'll be discussing trade and lots of other items. And I think we can say that we're going to be getting along on every one of them. We've had a tremendous relationship. And frankly, the Prime Minister and I have met twice before, and we get along very famously, as you would say. And I look forward to it very much. We look forward to the day and the meeting. We'll be having a luncheon after this, and then another work session. And I believe we're going to have a press conference at the end. So I look forward to it. And Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Can I say thank you for your hospitality, for your leadership? We have met a number of times, we've talked a number of times, and we have had a very constructive conversation. I'm sure we will today. And of course, our countries have been bound together for a very long time now. the closest alliance, I think, of any two countries when it comes to prosperity and security. And I know that together we will strengthen that even further. And on issues like Ukraine, thank you for changing the conversation to bring about the possibility that now we can have a peace deal. And we want to work with you to make sure that peace deal is enduring, that it lasts, that it's a deal that goes down as a historic deal, that nobody breaches. And we'll work with you to make sure that that absolutely happens. And it is my pleasure to bring from His Majesty the King a letter. He sends his best wishes and his regards, of course, but he also asked me to bear this letter and bring it to you. So can I present the letter from the King to
Thank you very much. Am I supposed to read it right now?
Yeah, please do.
I will do.
I've got to tell him what your reaction is, so I need to know. I need to know.
He is a great gentleman, a great, great gentleman. Oh, that's well. Well, that is really nice. I must make sure his signature's on that. So otherwise, it's not quite as meaningful. It is, and that's quite a signature, isn't it? How beautiful. He's a beautiful man, a wonderful man, and we appreciate it. I've known him, gotten to know him very well, actually. First term and now second term. Perhaps you'd like to say what that very important paragraph.
Yeah, so this is a letter from His Majesty the King. It's an invitation for a second state visit. This is really special. This has never happened before. This is unprecedented. And I think that just symbolizes the strength of the relationship between us. So this is a very special letter. I think the last state visit was a tremendous success.
It was.
His Majesty the King wants to make this even better than that. So this is truly historic, an unprecedented second
That's a
state
great,
visit. He
great
wants
honor.
to talk that through with you.
And that says at Windsor. That's
Yes.
really something.
Yes. What I haven't got yet is your answer. I do need to.
The answer is yes. On behalf of our wonderful First Lady, Melania, and myself, the answer is yes. And we look forward to being there and honoring the King and honoring really your country. Your country is a fantastic country, and it'll be our honor to be there. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. I shall happily take that back to His Majesty.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to keep that one.
Yeah, keep that one.
President Trump, Andrew and Tristan Tate landed in Florida today on a private jet after being released from custody in Romania. They are accused rapists, human traffickers, not thought of as good people in many circles. Did your administration pressure the Romanian government to release them? And if so,
I
why?
know nothing about that. I don't know. You're saying he's on a plane right now?
He's back. They already did.
Yeah, I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out. We'll let you know.
I do. Look, obviously, this involves, there's an English element here. So obviously, it's important that justice is done, and human trafficking is obviously, to my mind, a security risk. And so we'll catch up with the story in due course.
You're aware? Are you aware? I didn't know anything about it. Yeah.
Mr. President, veterans make up 30% of the federal workforce. Are you tracking how many veterans have been fired so far?
Yes, we are. We are.
As good people.
Yo, I don't like that reporter's slander of Andrew Tate, the top G. Nah, because, all right, whether they're innocent or guilty, it's a sort of slander if, like, well, say if they is innocent, like, just the way you presented that to them, like, you didn't present it in a biased angle, like, or a neutral angle. You presented it like try to paint it. And Trump obviously probably doesn't know nothing about it. He might not. But he just like, I'm surprised Trump didn't be like a little pushback, like, hey, look, don't be come here slinging mud about somebody that accusations that he hasn't been found guilty. I don't know anything about that. Basically, like, yo, just what he talk? Where did that question come from? Let's look that up. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. That's all right. I'm gonna keep playing, but I'm gonna look some shit up.
They are accused rapists, human traffickers.
Like, I wasn't feeling that. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm pro Andrew Tate and what they speak about, in the motivational speak and the philosophies that they talk about, but I don't know what's going on with everyone. I'm pretty sure you can look it up. What their cases. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna do some research real quick.
Not thought of as good people in many circles. Did your administration pressure the Romanian government to release them? And if so,
I
why?
know nothing about that. I don't know. You're saying he's on a plane right now?
He's back. They already.
Yeah, I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out. We'll let you know.
I do. Look, obviously, this involves, there's an English element here, so obviously it's important that justice is done, and human trafficking is obviously, to my mind, a security risk. And so we'll catch up with the story in due course.
You're aware? Are you aware? I didn't know anything about it. Yeah.
Mr. President, veterans make up 30% of the federal workforce. Are you tracking how many veterans have been fired so far?
Yes, we are. We are,
and
and we take good care of our veterans, so we're watching that very carefully, and we hope it's going to be as small a number as possible. But we are having great success in slimming down our government. It's been really very successful, and some took payouts and buyouts, and others took other things, and some people we're finding out don't even exist. We're finding that we have a lot of people that don't exist, that people thought that did. We will be making a statement on that, but we're taking care of our veterans. We love our veterans. We're going to take good care of them.
Okay, please. Mr. President, could you be persuaded as part of a peace settlement in Ukraine to provide air cover, a backstop security position to the contributions that Europe might make as well?
Well, so President Zelensky's coming to see me on Friday morning, and we're going to be signing
I'm finding
really a
some
very
shit,
important
guys.
agreement for both sides, because it's really going to get us into that country. We'll be working there. We'll have a lot of people working there. And so in that sense, it's very good. It's a backstop, you could say. I don't think anybody's going to play around if we're there with a lot of workers and having to do with rare earths and other things, which we need for
I hope
our
you
country.
two don't slam me.
And we appreciate it very much. And I look forward
Any
to
Andrew
seeing
Tate,
him. We'll
like,
be talking
imagery.
about it. And we'll also be talking about that today with the Prime Minister.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, we've already indicated that we'll play our full part in making sure that any deal, if there is one, and I hope there is, and I think this is a historic moment to make sure it's a lasting deal, and we're about to have a discussion about how we can make that work.
But I have to say this, as I said yesterday, you're talking about a peacekeeping force. We have to make a deal first. Right now, we don't have a deal. We have Russia, we have Ukraine. I think we're very well advanced. I think Russia has been acting very well. We have Representatives Steve Witkoff and Scott and Marco and JD. We're all involved, every one of us, and a lot more. But I think we're very well advanced on a deal, but we have not made a deal yet. So I don't like to talk about peacekeeping until we have a deal. I like to get things done. I don't want to give it the bad luck sign. We don't want to do that. But we've had very good talks with Russia. We've had very good talks, as you know, with Ukraine. Yes, sir.
Mr. President, does the Prime Minister have to choose a closer relationship with the EU as he is seeking and a good trade relationship with you? Which one would you go for?
Well, I think we have just a great relationship. We actually had a good relationship before. We've met a couple of times, and I'm very impressed with him. I'm very impressed with his wife, I must say. She's a beautiful, great woman. And I said you're very lucky. He's very lucky. And we've had a very good relationship.
Are you worried about Britain potentially undoing some of the benefits of Brexit by seeking a closer tie with the EU, who you said was set up to
No,
screw
I don't
the
worry about that.
United
I thought, frankly, what they did was the right thing at the time. And I think that'll probably prove out over the centuries. You have a long time to go. But I think I predicted that was going to happen, and it did happen. And it'll work itself out. I think it's already worked itself out. Yes.
Mr. President, can I ask on Chagos, Mr. President? Keir Starmer has signed the deal to give away the Chagos Islands to Mauritius. Will you approve that deal?
Well, we're going to have some discussions about that very soon, and I have a feeling it's going to work out very well. They're talking about a very long-term, powerful lease, a very strong lease, about 140 years, actually. That's a long time. And I think we'll be inclined to go along with your country. Yeah, I think it's sounded, it's a little bit early. We have to be given the details, but it doesn't sound bad. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, you obviously can do business with our Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. You said yesterday that the EU was constructed to screw the US when it comes to trade. What can our Prime Minister say to you to persuade you not to impose tariffs on the United Kingdom?
Yeah, did I use the word that you said, that bad word?
I think so.
Well, I think that the EU, I've had problems with the EU because, and we're not talking about, we happen to have a great relationship with you, but we did have, and we do have problems with the EU because they've tariffed us. They do it in the form of a VAT tax, which is about 20%, and many other taxes. They sue our companies. They sued Apple, got $16 or $17 billion, which was, I think, totally a ridiculous decision. And they're suing Google for a lot of money. They're suing a lot of other companies, and we don't like the way they're treating our people now. We don't like the way they're treating our companies. They sell us cars. We don't sell them cars. They don't take our cars. They don't take much of our agriculture. And we have a deficit with them of about $350 billion.
All right, yeah, I got you.
So I wouldn't say it's been such a great relationship personally, but other people did because it's politically correct to say that it's been good, but it hasn't been good. And we're going to change that. And we are going to have reciprocal tariffs. We're not going to have tariff. We're going to have reciprocal. Whatever they charge us, we're going to charge them, which for many years, foolishly, I would have done that. But then all of a sudden we had COVID and we had other things to think about.
All right, that's enough of that. We already know Trump. Like, you handling business. All right, so I found some shit. So what was that about? So this question lead me down the rabbit hole of what's going on behind the scenes. So Andrew Tate and Tristan, I guess, made a run for the USA. Let's see, did they make it? So the reporter asked Trump, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are on a jet about to land in America. Try to slander him a little bit as far as what their accusations is, even though it's public knowledge, but just the way you postured the question, like they're rapists and sex traffickers and they're seeking asylum basing in America, basically something like that, trying to say, are you going to allow them to come fly over there, escape over there? Pretty sure they go to court, like they just keep going to court, but just want to feel free, like damn, like Jesus Christ. All right, but let's see what they talking about.
So a lot of people have asked what we're gonna do when this formality is finished. It's gone back to decall for 5 days, has to go back to the judge. She's going to say you didn't fix the file, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be free soon. Couple weeks, whatever. We're not sure exactly because the Romanian system's quite slow. But primarily, I want to make it clear what my intentions are so that all of you can position yourselves correctly.
Smart.
My intention is to travel the world, do speaking events, and motivate young men. When I do that, I'm obviously going to be trying to build my clan and build the size of my already monumental school, which is the largest online educational platform on the planet. I want to reward all of my students with inside information, and I want to pump all my coins to 1 billion. My primary objective is to become more powerful than ever before by expanding my empire capabilities and expanding the size of the people who are on my team. That is my primary objective. Now that I've made that clear to you, as an adult, now that you understand the end result of the world's most famous man's freedom, you have to make a decision. And your decision has to be whether you want to be on side A or side B of that monumental schism, which is going to be drawn into the fabric of the universe. There will be people who are inside of my school who do own my coins, who believe in me. There'll be people who are not inside of my school who are hating on me and don't believe in me. You have to make a choice for yourself. It is not my choice to make. I'm making it clear that when I'm free, my objective is not fun. My objective is not catching up on all the women I haven't fucked and all the holidays I haven't had. It is my primary purpose to do more work than I've ever done. I have 3 years of work to squeeze into a few months as quickly as possible. I will not sleep. I will not eat. I will not rest. There will be no cowardice inside of me. It'll be nothing but endless attack. It will be a war of attrition against the matrix. It is my primary objective to take all of my empire and all of my already existing, beautifully constructed. Wrong word is schemes. It's the wrong word. But
endeavors.
That's the exact word I was thinking of. Thanks.
Anytime.
Purple looks great on you, friend. All of my endeavors and my objective is to make sure that they all become larger than ever before. It is down to you. You have choices to make, whether you're on our side or not. If you don't want to join the real world, don't join. If you don't believe in the coins, don't buy it. But our primary objective, once we are free, will be a video. You will see a video of us walking onto a jet. And that is when the work begins.
What is going on here? Yeah, I know this music gonna hit me, but it's fire. Copyright strike coming in, boys. This shit lit. Also, damn, how do reporters know where he was landing? Is it like public record in real time that you can check when any jet is landing of any person? Like, what the fuck? Did the Tate brothers call them? Or someone probably tipped them off? Because that looked like news media. I swear it looked like it. Oh, no, I'm tripping. I thought I saw a bunch of news media running over there. So the reporter asked, because I guess it was speculating or people was posting that the Trump administration helped them flee or gave them the green light. The fuck? Why did it get so small? I'm trying to read that. Say, according to the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, it is owned by Woods Management LLC, and the details of the aircraft are blocked and not displayed on real-time flight tracking sites. The flight between the capital of Romania and the airport in Fort Lauderdale, USA, will be operated without a stopover and will last 12 hours. This shit like a fucking a runaway video or something. Like, it's just like I mean, I'm about to say, like, they needed to live stream that, but of course, live streaming it would have brought way too much attention. Feds would have been right there as soon as you'd have landed. So basically, it seemed like they pulled some strings to cover up their flight log and their flight paths just for that flight, so no one could actively check in. Like I said, in real time, you can go on there on the website or top secret access. So what the fuck is this? Can I get, like, of course he can't really go live. The best possible is Andrew Tate and Tristan. Just don't go live. Don't do nothing while you're over there. I would turn my phones off for a little bit. Like, I mean, fall off grid. Or said, Andrew Tate and brother leave Romania for U.S. at the travel ban lifted. What was the But does that mean Romania, like, so was Romania like on some terrorist, like, or well, I guess Romania probably lifted the travel ban, so that they best bet, safest bet for now, I guess, it was just to come to America. I don't know, Because most other countries might for sure extradite him. You'll say extradite him too if Romania say, all right, we want them to come back. But I don't know. So who lifted the ban? Like the judges of courts in Romania? That's why I'm curious. The fuck? So look at this bull wrote this caption. Like, who do these people be with these captions so strongly? Do they have evidence of this, or they just like? Now say if these people are guilty of some nefarious Diddy list, Epstein list type shit. Yeah, fucking string them up, roast them, barbecue them, cook them. But what if they innocent? So this, I'm gonna read this from a neutral. If only trafficked women and the women they graped had private jets and political connections to escape too. Like, who are you, David? Chilling.
Space, how are you doing today?
I'm actually sitting in my house with one of my victims in this new case because these losers keep saying that there's so many victims and that there's numerous people who have been named as victims. They just literally wrote down every single girl that I know as a victim. Everybody I know was written down on this list, and everybody I know is defending me. So there are no victims at all. These guys are losers. They're lying. The first case has been completely dropped, no matter what they say. And I'm sitting here enjoying my lunch with one of my so-called victims.
So if you're first of all, Tristan, nice to meet you. Finally, I hope you get a fair trial. If you are dropped in the first case, why are you still under judicial control for the first case? Why was it just extended? Why are 5 of the women given statements against you in the first case? 4 of them are injured parties, civil parties. And so far, 7 of them in the second case have already given statements against you. And there's an extradition treaty or extradition order for you to be extradited to the UK for human trafficking when Romania's criminal proceedings have concluded. Tristan, I might agree with you and say, yeah, they might have wrote some of them in there, but I've looked at all of your files. I've looked at the unredacted indictment. I've looked at all the judicial motivations, everything unredacted, that they have all the amounts that these people have made for you on OnlyFans and webcam. They have all the situations in terms of lover boy, false feelings, etc. And listen, if some of them are not legit, that's fine. But you and I both know that human trafficking is based on how you recruited them, how you deceived them into false relationships, how you sheltered them, and then coerced and manipulated them into sex work. And listen, I want you to get a fair trial, but you guys are pushing so much bullshit about your case. It's truly unbelievable. I don't want to share information about your case. Everything that we do is a reaction to your disinformation that you're pushing out there. And nice to meet you, by the way. Go ahead.
Thank you for your service. I appreciate you keeping my case in the forefront of the conversation. Yes, as I said, the first case has been completely dropped. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody knows that DCOG get 5 days to fix the case, 5 days to repair it because it's full of errors. And yes, it is fake. It is fabricated. They translated things from English back to Romanian, back to English that read in a way that no English person would ever speak. So yes, the evidence was fabricated. So case 1 has been thrown out. Case 2 is going to be thrown out. I'm soon going to be completely free to travel anywhere I like. And I guess you're just going to have to melt down. I don't know where you get your information from, but I know things you don't. I'm going to be free very, very soon. And you can continue posting about me and calling me a human trafficker all you like. All of these women have come to knock at my house when I'm walking out in town. They wave at me and I have to walk the other way because I'm not allowed to talk to them. They all message me, call me, say, I can't wait till your case is over. I can't wait to meet up. Nobody has ever been human trafficked by me. It's nonsense. I'm going to be free very, very soon. I know things you don't. This is all going away. Like the first case has gone away. You know what? At least be honest. At least be intellectually honest. Because if the first case had been sent to trial, if they said this evidence is good, this file is good, it's now going to trial, you would be celebrating and jumping up and down. Look, the evidence was great. It's going to trial. But when they said this evidence is garbage, we're throwing this case away. Now you're telling me that the case hasn't been thrown away. You're telling people the case hasn't gone away. It has gone away and it's never going to trial. Why can't you at least take the L? I know that you don't know me and my life is all you care about and my life is your entire online identity. However, be intellectually honest and say, okay, well, the first case was bullshit and it's not going to trial. If Romania convicted me of murder tomorrow, murder and drug dealing tomorrow, I would still be eligible to sue the Romanian state for the last 2 years of my life that they've wasted because the first case was actually thrown away. And you can live in your fantasy land where you think that this first case is somehow still existing, but it simply isn't. I'm going to be free very soon. You can mark my words, and it's going to be fucking hilarious. The first thing I'll do is check all of your accounts.
Yeah, let me reply to that. I've seen the judicial motivation. The only evidence that was removed from the case was 4 statements. All the other evidence passed.
The whole case has been thrown away. The whole
case was not thrown away, Tristan.
100% of the evidence has been thrown
Tristan,
away.
stop lying.
100%
Jesus.
of the evidence has been thrown away.
Wait. Let Tristan.
Yeah,
No, that's the question. Let Tristan answer without anyone interrupting. And Tristan, a question many people are asking: do you have any extradition cases, or is there any risk of any extradition cases in the UK? Because a lot of people were saying, how can you get a political party in the UK when there's possible cases that you can be extradited for? Can you just confirm that position? But no one interrupt. Allow a civil, respectful, rational conversation to occur. Thank you.
What the fuck happened?
Tristan, I think it was a double mute.
Yeah, Tristan, do you want to unmute? It just takes a while. Go ahead, brother.
This question gets them quiet. Jeez.
No, it's just the mute, I think, happens quite a
Oh, it's connecting.
Yeah, Tristan, you there? Okay, hold on. I think Tristan.
So while we're waiting for Tristan, I would love to ask Tristan this. Tristan, my DMs are open. My DMs are open, or you can post this publicly. Post the actual document that says the case was dismissed. Because the document that I have, and listen, feel free to correct me, brother. Correct me if I am wrong. Listen, if I'm giving wrong information, you fucking correct me. Show me the documents. Because the document that I have says the file was sent back to the prosecutor. And out of all...
Murder, you cut out. But in the meantime, we can go to Gadget while Murder has put his thoughts. So Gadget, you want to put your thoughts forward?
Yeah, gee.
For Tristan, if you'll come up.
Him laughing with his girlfriend, and there's of a crime, but
that your case was simply sent back to the prosecutor to fix these issues. He's rewriting the indictment. You're under judicial control. Says that multiple. I want to say this.
in my opinion, example of evidence of a crime, but he may not come back.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I want to continue. I got the space crash on me. I want to say this, Tristan, I know you're listening. Andrew, I know you're listening. Show me the document. All the girls, these issues, prove us. I will go and do that, man. It was made public and it prove me.
All right, I think they purposely muted his shit and acting like, his mic didn't reconnect. Like, they just want to just like, it definitely was suspect.
And I recognized our humiliation because we went to jail and we're G's and we sat there and smoked cigarettes and did push-ups like fucking heroes. Whatever. But don't you remember, Tristan, when they came in this house with the guns and they came and they took all of our stuff and they took all of our cars, etc. And after an 18-hour search, they said, it's time to go to the police station. And you said to the police officer, why don't you bring the van in the gate?
I said, listen.
Do you remember?
I said, this is all bullshit. It's going to go away in one day. It's all bullshit. I can prove myself. In one day, the prosecutor's going to drop this because it's bullshit. I didn't understand how evil these people truly were. And I said, bro, drive the van into my gate. I'll get in the car and take me to the rear entrance of the police station. They wouldn't. And then when I was at the police station, in fact, no, here's the thing. It's not that they wouldn't. The policeman said, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Look, I get it, guys. We didn't find anything in your house. I get it. I think you're innocent. That's fair. Spoke to his higher ups. Nope. Perp walk him. Give him the perp walk. Then we get into the office, and I.
All right, see if we can find an article. I am not accepting cookies, sir. All right. What? Andrew Tate not welcome in Florida, says state governor after plane lands in U.S. Dun dun dun. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has said controversial influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are not welcome in the state. Dun dun dun. It comes after the brothers landed in Florida after the pair boarded a private plane from Bucharest, Romania. This is despite DeSantis having no idea that the brothers will be landing in the state, and he said he learned of the news from the media. I mean, is it illegal for them to come there? Or is it just personal trying to like bar them from coming? Like, Romania lifted the flight ban. Are they like on some type of list that they can't enter the country? All right, he said during a press conference. Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct. What conduct? Our Attorney General James Uthmeier is looking into what state hooks and jurisdictions we have to deal with this. What the fuck? That's what I said. It's looking into what state hooks and jurisdictions. Like, what type of lingo is that? Like, that's what I said. Some type of loophole where he can't enter, and they scheming and plotting basically. Andrew Tate hit back in defiance once his plane had landed in the state and said he is innocent until proven guilty. The duo had been arrested in 2022 over allegations of human trafficking and grapes, which they have denied. They found joint U.S. and UK nationality. They have joint U.S. and UK nationality, but have been under house arrest for allegations of money laundering, trafficking minors, and grape since their arrest 3 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know, man. I don't think so. Of course, you probably flew in hundreds of fucking women. Now, your conduct with them and what was going on, I don't know. I
sat down with this fucking loser, and I know him by name because the same loser, I'm going to tell you his name when this is all over. When they searched the mother of my child's house, was making sexual comments towards her and being a real degenerate. So this loser, and you know who you are, sir. When I was sitting in the DCOT head office, I said, bro, there's going to be a rear entrance to this building. While I'm in these handcuffs, well, by the way, there's no reason for me to be in these handcuffs. You were in my house for 18 hours. I didn't attack any of you. You've put these handcuffs on me. If this is what you've done, take me into the van in the rear entrance of this building and send me to jail that way. Don't walk me out the front door. This is the head of DCOT, the Romanian FBI. You're telling me the front door is the only way in? And he went, no, we have to. What a fucking dork. They
had us and they handcuffed us and they waited and they sent an officer outside to alert and let the press know
that we were coming out,
to turn all their cameras on, get in a row so they could all get a shot and walk us through our humiliation ritual. And when Tristan said to him, why can't you bring the van inside? Why can't we do this privately? Because this is all going to go away because we've done nothing wrong. And I said to the officer, yeah, why are you out there organizing the press? And there was a female officer, and I won't say her name, who had a smile on her face.
Yeah, I know who.
She thought it was funny. Here we are. This was all funny to them because it was all set up on purpose because they wanted to humiliate us. This was our humiliation ritual right here.
The Matrix has attacked you.
You know the best part about it, Andrew? And I know which female officer you're talking about, sitting there with their little cunty smile on her face. You know the best part about that? I'd rather do that than wear a fucking dress. Any fucking day.
All day.
Put me back in cuffs, make me run a marathon of media in a fucking jail outfit. I'd rather do that than wear a dress.
Here's the mistake they made. They don't understand that we are symbols of resistance against the Matrix, and doing what they thought would humiliate us only emboldened us and our fans and our supporters and made us stronger than ever before. Nobody believes that. Everybody knew it was a fucking lie. All you did was prove me right.
whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States. And I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct in the air. And I don't know how it came to this. We were not involved. We were not notified. I found out through the media that this was something that was happening. Whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States, and I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct in the air. And I don't know how it came to this. We were not involved. We were not notified. I found out through the media that this was something that was happening. Whether they want to rebuff his.
There you go. 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 There you go.
Good fight. Hopefully I never need your services in America, but with the way the Matrix is attacking me, maybe I will. And if I ever do, I'm going to be very, very excited and very happy to use you. Hassan, salam alaikum to you and the whole team over there fighting the good fight. Hopefully I never need your services in America, but with the way the Matrix is attacking me, maybe I will. And if I ever do, I'm going to be very, very excited and very happy to use you and your legal team. Just want to say thanks once again for coming over and educating me and teaching me things. And I believe this is going to be the beginning of a very strong friendship. My Matrix attack in Romania is almost over. And when I'm free again, inshallah, I'll be with you guys over there. So take care, look after yourselves, and thanks again. Crypto is mine. The world. The judges decided I could leave Romania. Now I'm free to do a tour around the world, a daddy tour. Crypto is mine. The world is mine. You think I'm not going to do it bigger and better than ever before once I'm free? You think I'm not going to have a world tour and fucking stadiums and Kernan's eggs and bitches and private jets and motherfucking helicopters or Long Johnson? I've got so much work to do. So I'm going to pack a bag. I'm going to plan a daddy tour. I'm going to plan the release of the real world white paper. This token is going to be backed by the profits of the real world, around 20 million a month. But depending how much of the token you own, depends how much of the real world you own. Once you own a percentage of a real cash generating business, you're rich forever. If you knew what I know, I'd see you inside of the real world. The judges decided I could leave Romania. Now I'm free to do a tour around the world, a daddy tour. Crypto is mine. The world is mine. You think I'm not going to do it bigger and better than ever before once I'm free? You think I'm not going to have a world tour and fucking stadiums and Kernan's eggs and bitches and private jets and motherfucking helicopters or Long Johnson? I've got so much work to do. So I'm going to pack a bag. I'm going to plan a daddy tour. I'm going to plan the release of the real world white paper. This token is going to be backed by the profits of the real world, around 20 million a month. But depending how much of the token you own, depends how much of the real world you own. Once you own a percentage of a real cash generating business, you're rich forever. If you knew what I know, I'd see you inside of the real world. The judges decided I could leave Romania. Now I'm free to do a tour around the world, a daddy tour. Crypto is mine. The world is mine. You think I'm not going to do it bigger and better than ever before once I'm free? You think I'm not going to have a world tour and fucking stadiums and Kernan's eggs and bitches and private jets and motherfucking helicopters or Long Johnson? I've got so much work to do. So I'm going to pack a bag. I'm going to plan a daddy tour. I'm going to plan the release of the real world white paper. This token is going to be backed by the profits of the real world, around 20 million a month. But depending how much of the token you own depends how much of the real world you own. Once you own a percentage of a real cash-generating business, you're rich forever. If you knew what I know, the judges decided I could leave Romania. Now I'm free to do a tour around the world.